What up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Genetic Canvas. We're excited to have you all, as well as our guests this week, to highlight the Bambino mutation. And joining us to help us highlight this episode with these guests, we have Ron with BBM Reptiles. What's up, man? How's it doing?
How you doing? Glad to be co-hosting with Jared. Excited about this one. Definitely for sure.
Heck yeah, and we do have a new mutation reveal this episode by Mills at the Reptile Pit. So super excited about that. I love to see new mutations that are proved out, come into the hobby. It just kind of changes things up and adds more to what's available to play with and what we can do in this hobby. And yeah, it's definitely something that it progresses things. And I have some dinkers that I'm working on. Well, I'm not working on them yet. I just got them this year, but I'll be working on that. And it's awesome that this episode kind of revolves around that kind of dinkers or mutations that were more so dinkers as of recent, and then they were proven out to really take over the market as far as the Bambino gene.
Yeah, and the cool thing with Mills on this is basically he could walk us through a time frame of what a Dinker project actually entails until actually being able to that point to name it.
Yeah, for sure. And we can also reflect that on previous episodes, talking about, like the process of proving a dinker out, because everybody has a different way that they go about proving out their dinkers and pushing it into various projects and stuff, So that'll be a cool breakdown too. So, how is the Southeast Reptile Expo recovery for you?
Oh gosh, I mean, the funny thing is, I already saw that they announced the January show, and I'm
Oh yeah,
already thinking winter coats, get myself all set up for that change of weather. But it's a
definitely.
must have. It's a must go to event.
And with the weather change, it's kind of just another reason, because
Yeah.
for me at least, I'm down here in Florida, so getting a January show, and I went to an October show before. I forget, it was out of state, but just getting into that different change of weather is nice, even if you're in a
Yeah,
warm
I'd,
state.
I'd figure it, if anything. I mean, it'll be close to Chicago where weather in Tinley time. It's going to be more or less Atlanta, the same thing.
Heck yeah. Definitely. And talking about the previous episodes, make sure you guys check out last week's episode. It was on the Cosmos and the White Flame mutation. Definitely an episode you don't want to miss. But make sure that if you're here live in the chats, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, comment so that we could turn you blue if you're new, and drop those whiskey bombs in the chat if you're a regular, because we appreciate you all for showing up. So let's see who the first 10 were in the building tonight. We got Jim at Ectothermic Dungeon. He was a star on the Adder mutation episode recently. Make sure you guys check that out. We got Chad at Flux. Drop the episodes that you were on in the chat. We had him on for a couple episodes, but I think most recently it was the Piebald, but I may be wrong. My memory is kind of off. But Bald Head in the building. Jeff, it was good seeing you at SERE. TJ Hutch Exotics. Jen in the building. Dwight the Pie Man. What's up, man? Appreciate you. He had an awesome clutch recently of pieds, blackhead pieds, and just a crazy clutch. Drop some of those in the chat. We got Proxima, Mike and Melissa. We appreciate you. Josh having a ball. Saw you in there. Thanks for joining us in the chats tonight. And then let's do one more. We got Mercy Morris, Joe in the building. We appreciate you stopping by. And anybody else that's joining us live tonight, we appreciate you joining us live. Make sure you guys get here first for those top 10 shout outs. And again, we appreciate everybody watching. If you guys are catching that replay, comment #replaygang and tell us what the favorite snake was that you saw in the episode tonight, and if we were able to inspire your projects in any way. So speaking of appreciation, we appreciate our sponsors. So we are going to bring our guests out right after these words check out these videos, relax, and make sure you guys are using these discount codes. We'll see you in a few.
Banana Bread Royals demonstrates that taking risks leads to incredible rewards. Their work with hypo is outstanding, and the way they combine it with their Wookiee line is truly unparalleled. The interaction with other genes like Blackhead and Stranger produces breathtaking, one-of-a-kind animals. Be sure to follow them on Morph Market and Instagram. Static Morph's an up-and-coming breeder has been working quietly under the radar and producing some heat, most notably working Stranger and Chocolate into DG, Clown, and Pied combos. Go on their Morph Market today and see what they have available. Lindworm Exotics specializes in a multitude of reptiles such as ball pythons, dual boas, coastal rosy boas, and false water cobras, to name a few. They are dedicated to providing the public with well-adjusted animals with superior quality. Follow them on Instagram and Morph Market. Black Box Reptile Cages should be your go-to for high-quality reptile enclosures and rack systems. They offer versatile hatchling and adult racks that work with both Vision and Freedom Breeder tubs, as well as a wide range of terrestrial, arboreal, and bioactive cages. Located in Beaufort, Georgia, Black Box Reptile Cages offers local pickup as well as ship and freight. Check them out at blackboxcages.com and use code WhiskeyBomb25 for 5% off. Ninja Balls is more than a breeder, he's a creator. He's the innovative thinker that brought you the Kiki Ball. He strives to make living works of art and improve upon them year in and year out. Follow him today on Instagram and Morph Market, and know that with each purchase you make, you're getting quality. Selected Reptiles works with a wide range of genetic combos, including Hypo VPI Exantic, DG VPI Exantic, and Zebra, but where they stand out is their work with Monsoon, Monarch, Sunset, and other high-end morphs. In addition to reptiles, they produce premium feeder rodents delivering to Florida, Georgia, and North and South Carolina. Make sure to use promo code WhiskeyBomb5 for 5% off any snake. Check them out on Morph Market or reach out directly. From fur to feathers, Fuzzy Acres has your feeder needs covered. Whether you're looking for frozen rats, bulk rabbits, or harder to find feeders like quail and guinea pigs, they've got the stock serious keepers rely on. Visit fuzzyacres.com for clean, healthy feeders that are frozen and shipped with care. Remember to use code WhiskeyBomb10 to save 10% on any order, and as always, enjoy free shipping on all orders over $300. Grant and Mary of Rec Room Snakes have been breeding ball pythons and Woma pythons for over a decade. They're staples within the ball python realm, and most notably known for their work with the paint mutation and putting it to multiple codoms and recessives to truly unlock its potential. Please give them a follow on Morph Market to check out their incredible animals, and on Instagram to keep up with their projects.
Shout out to the sponsors, and if you guys are in the Weekend Warrior tier of the YouTube memberships, don't forget we are going to shout you out throughout the episode if we see you in the chat. So definitely consider subscribing and becoming a member, and definitely you want to see that exclusive content every single day and all the behind the scenes action. So definitely consider it. We got Proxima Weekend Warrior in the house. Got Ron repping it in the hat. Let's see what merch you got there. You're on mute still. You're muted, Ron.
Yeah, I got carried away with the sponsors and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, like, we can shout out to the Weekend Warriors, Proxima, what's up, Mike and Melissa. Obviously, you got to get them a promo, and obviously the Whiskey Bomb Network. Got a big shout
Hell
out for the
yeah.
Whiskey Bomb
Weekend
Nation.
Warrior shirt.
Yes, it's
Forever Kennedy, Nick at Unlock Morphs. Appreciate you. And then over here, we got the homie Slay up on the top. It was a good seeing you at the SERE, man, and it was good seeing everybody at the Southeast Reptile Expo. I was able to make it up to Daytona on Saturday just for the day to help my friend Vent. We drove up early. We left right when the bell rang at 5 o'clock. We packed up at 4:45. So if I wasn't able to see you at Daytona, I'm sorry. I wish I could have. I wish I could have stayed the whole weekend. And I'll catch you guys next time. I'll catch you guys at the next SERE. Definitely stop by. Definitely let me know that you guys are out there. But yeah, I appreciate everybody stopping by the booth, saying hi, taking pictures. And then one more on the shirt. We got Adriano. We saw him at Southeast. We saw him at Daytona. Good seeing you at both of those shows too. So shout out to both of you guys. Unlock Morphs in the building, Weekend Warrior. So hell yeah, man. Let's get into this episode. Tonight we got the founder of the mutation, Bambino itself, and like I said, tonight he will be revealing a new mutation at the end of the episode. So definitely stick around for the whole thing. To my knowledge, there are a few combos and everything that are gonna hopefully blow us away. So without further ado, let's welcome Mills from the Reptile Pit. How's it going, man?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, good.
Thank
Is
you
all
very
good
much
and
for having me
everything
on the
good?
show. I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Good to have you. Definitely great to have you on and be able to hear the story of how you really founded it and how you really developed the project and proved it out. But before we get into that, we got one more guest joining us, and he is over on our side of the pond in the United States working some amazing projects with this Bambino. And I know that you guys really work together on this project a lot, talk to each other a lot. So definitely want you both out here at the same time to go over this explanation. Let's welcome Justin from Ozark Mountain. What
Hey,
up?
how's it going, everybody? I appreciate you guys having me on. I mean, it's a gene that holds so much weight with me. So, granted, I'm just getting my feet wet with everything and getting my first babies, but I'm just excited to be part of the conversation. Like I said, with the gene that is holding so much weight, arguably one of my favorite things that I've been hatching out recently. So,
Yeah, you guys are both hatching some crazy stuff, and your hatchlings definitely caught my eye, and I was like, yep, it's time to do an episode before these things get bigger and get sold off.
yeah, it's the first. Like I said, I'm getting my first ground bits, kind of getting it plugged into my projects, my recessive core, and then the other incomplete dominants that I like. But along the way, it's going to make for some pretty building blocks. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hell
going to be
yeah.
fun.
Oh man, this is gonna be nice. This is gonna be an exciting one.
So Mills, why don't you take us through how you founded it, when you founded it, and how you kind of worked through the proving of it, and what's your style of proving out a Dinker mutation?
Well, it was a long time coming. That's what it was. So it was about 15 years ago where I first got the Bambino. As a little baby from Africa, I was importing them myself through the African project,
Jamie in the house.
um, and it was really an animal that caught my eye from Africa. I got sent the pictures of all the projects that I worked with from Africa. And when I saw the Bambino, I knew it was something special. But it took me about the best part of 8 years to actually get him to breed the first time. I was trying, it was up to tries within a couple of years, trying with different females, and there was nothing. Finally, about 5 years ago, I had the first clutch, and I was stoked that it proved out, and it is genetic. And then it took me another few years to make sure that there wasn't anything else attached to it.
Yeah, because
because
that's
that's
real
one of the
important
things.
with dinkers coming out of the wild as imports. A lot of them can have things attached to them.
Absolutely. Like a few projects that I've had that it took me 2 or 3 breedings to actually find out that there's another gene in them and another isolated gene in these other animals. It doesn't always present itself straight away. So you really do have to take some time when you're dealing with the binkers to do it properly, because there can be subtle nuances within the gene that throw off different results as well. And one thing out of the animals out of Africa is when you have something out of Africa, it will look generally very different to the first generation what you produce. They'll either be lighter or darker, but they hardly ever turn out to be identical from the parents. So to understand the genes, you really do have to breed them out to something simple to begin with, in my opinion. That's how I like to do it. I like to go something simple so I can appreciate the patterns or the colors or what is throwing off, just to
And
really
what's the
understand the gene.
simple combos that you like to shoot for? What do you like to kind of mix it in with first to prove it out?
In the past, what I used to do is something allelic. So the first time I proved out the Bambino, it was to a purple passion that also had yellow belly in it as well. But I knew as a baseline, I'd get everything being Phantom or Mojave. So that way I could see the genetic markers. Everyone knows what a Mojave combo or a Phantom combo looks like.
Yep,
And
just
then we
something
could
you're
see the
comfortable with,
nuances
basically. Yep.
and differences there. And I was able to prove it out with that. This day and age, I tend to go for something recessive, but simple again, a clown or a pride or something like that. That is very simple, to go ahead and have the het gene in there, but I will still go ahead and make sure it's a simple clown or a simple pride, something that I can't mistake the genes with,
Man, that's almost
a
worth it.
pastel or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. The pastel, yeah. It's better than doing something like that or yeah. Mojave is a classic that a lot of people use to prove out mutations, and I think it's interesting with the Phantom. It gives you the different aspects, so you get to see it in 2 combos. As far as the ones that it hits on and it doesn't hit, you get to see that difference. So that's smart. I like that. I know that it took you many years to prove out that Bambino. How many years was it until you got the second clutch from that female? And how many has she produced to date?
Well, the second clutch came in the same year. So I was pretty lucky. Once he started knowing what he was doing, then we were pretty much rolling. And
Oh
to
yeah,
this
you had a
date,
male
like
then.
there's
Okay,
quite
yeah.
a few Babinos that have been produced, but I've held the majority of them back myself because I really wanted to take the project further. And luckily, I got to work with Justin with it. We discussed it after Justin got his last year. And what I believe is, keep having a community of people that you can really work with and trust, because there's no one person that has the gene pool that can really show the true light of the animals and show the potential of the combinations that can be made.
Yeah.
So really, really amazing to be working with Justin with this gene, and there's going to be a couple of other people that be working with us, but we're building a community. We're not sitting there and trying to have a rat race. We're all working together. We all discuss what we're going to produce. And I think that's the beauty of it. We're very fortunate to actually be working with the good people.
So let's pivot to you, Justin, real quick before we get into some animals.
Yep.
Because you're kind of taking your own approach from the beginning in a sense. So what's your
Yep.
approach on working this mutation into projects over here, and how fast are you going to progress it, and how slow are you
So
going to take
that's
it?
what this year is all about. Is I have my recessive core that I like between the different hypo doubles. I like DG VPI stuff. Xanthic Hypo stuff, um, different Krypton combos, DG Krypton combos, some G Stripe stuff. But my whole year this year is focused around getting my hets that I need to plug into my projects. So I've strategically done it with making my hets. I'll get some cool genes inadvertently with the Bambino, and then also my male's got Hurricane, so that's another fun one to kind of tag along. Even if the male just recreates himself in a het form, it's going to
Oh
be
yeah,
fun. So this year, that's entirely what my whole year's modeled around, is just getting the het boys that I need to progress the projects. You know, like he's saying, at the end of the day, with a gene, people should want to get their hands on it, you know, and that's like any good gene, it will make its way into the market and people will start working it. But I feel like as breeders, we have to have confidence in ourselves that whatever direction I'm going to take it is going to be different than Mills or yourself or whoever is working with it. I'm going to do it a different direction. And so you just have to almost, with the new gene, you push it, work into your projects, but then also have confidence in your projects. You know, you've got a core of recessive stuff and different incomplete dominants up until now. You just have to plug it in and have confidence in your stock.
definitely, definitely. What's up, more Forge fam? Appreciate y'all coming over to hang out. So I really like those approaches, and I know that with a lot of these mutations, we get head influences, and I know that, like Mills was saying, you kind of wanted to see that from the beginning, the head influence that it could have, and kind of worked. I mean, would you say you were working backwards with it or forwards, because you didn't see any? How many? How long did it take you to see any offspring that were not het for clown?
So right at the beginning, I started off, as I said, with the purple patch and yellow belly, and then there was the second clutch was actually with a fire clown, but I didn't
Okay,
realize the fire clown had another gene in it, which I had no idea it did. So that is where I had to take a step back
gotcha,
because
gotcha. So you
um,
knew from the beginning you had two clutches and
That
one
animal is actually
non-het.
what caught my attention. What the extra granite gene that he was talking about paired with Bambino Het Clown. I saw that animal and it was just bonkers. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? To be just a Bambino Het Clown, but it turned out it did have an additional granite type gene, which when the combos and stuff are just being worked out, and we don't really have anything to compare it to. That
Yeah,
stuff happens. I mean, it's same thing with. Like I said, you get these things, and the combos have not been done. So a little thing like a subtle granite gene that's not even identified to begin with, slipping through the cracks, it's not something that's unheard of. You know, it's uncharted stomping grounds. So stuff like that'll happen.
do you have the original animal still that you can show, Mills?
the male,
Yeah.
no, unfortunately, he actually lost him 10 days ago.
Oh no, so sorry to
Like
hear that.
15 years old. He did really, really well, and then just one of those things.
Yeah,
It happens, you know. But
Patrick
I've,
Payne.
yeah, but I've got some real neat stuff to show you guys. I
Yeah.
can't show everything because I've turned downstairs off, but I've got some bits that I've brought upstairs to show you guys that some of the bits the world hasn't seen yet, and some of the bits people haven't seen apart from people like Justin. And just touching on that extra granite team, one of the first things that I did because we were working together. So, I sent one of those over to Justin as well because I know that Gene worked so well with Bambino. And it's proved out that these granite type genes, when they come together, they work really well together. And it's different things that we're discovering. And I would have loved to have put it into more granite type genes, but until I knew exactly what all the markers were for Bambino, I didn't want to muddy the waters. So now we will start doing that. And I think that's going to explode. I mean, just like the Bambino Hurricane, we did not expect that result.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was
Oh,
just,
nice.
it's like a
It's
dream,
good.
right?
Mm-hmm. I
And the
think it's
color
wicked.
change from when you first saw it as a baby to how it is now, just like that's the one thing about Bambino. It
Day and
changes
night.
color over time.
Can I ask you,
So
Mills? Were you able to replicate the a snake that's similar to the father that you still have in your collection?
Um, have I got anything?
The one that looks closest to it, I guess, is what he's saying.
Yeah,
Mm,
something like
mm,
Representation.
No, because the father was much lighter. Everything else that is produced has been much darker, or if it's a light color. But I've got a couple that are pretty simple. And then one of the things that I wanted to show you guys that the world has not seen as yet. See, Justin's seen it, a select couple of people have seen it, but it's a super Bambino.
the super
Oh
four.
yes, the
Okay.
super.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Amazing. Are you
But
gonna
what,
need a
what would,
few minutes to grab these animals?
yeah, I was going to ask you guys, what combos would you like to see? What would you like to see in the Bambino? I will bring a few out, but what
Oh
would you guys
no. I
actually
mean, we're
like to
gonna
do as a
just
combo?
kind of throw things out there, I guess. But if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. Somebody in chat dropped some mutations that you would like him to show us with the Bambino, and of course, everyone's gonna say all of them. Appreciate you, Spring Creek. Blackhead. Let's see, some spot nose. Yeah, some asphalt gravel, yellow belly, of course. We want to see that interaction. Uh, he says blackhead, phantom, Bambino with hurricane, anything
Got the
puzzle or
king of
visual puzzle.
hurricanes, so I
Yeah,
got
that'd
the
be
Still
interesting.
so uncharted that
Yeah, that's
there
very
is
uncharted there. Leaving
no puzzle as
behind.
yet. Stuff that we still got to work on. And because I've really been working with the African stuff and trying to prove out new African stuff, I've still got another about 20
Thank you.
Africans
I
to
would
prove
like to
out.
see.
Okay, I'll show you into it.
Um, let's see some other. I mean, you go. Of course, you grab some that you know are gonna
Yeah,
wow us, but those are some cool ideas. Some blackhead, some hurricane, obviously, spot nose enchi, maybe even a red stripe if you have a version of that. But yeah, go ahead
no
and
stuff
grab
yet.
some
Yeah,
combos to show off, and everybody can sit in anticipation and enjoy these words from our other sponsors while we're waiting.
cool.
ShedTesting.com is your premier destination for fast, affordable, and reliable shed genetic testing. In addition to genetic testing, they have some beautiful ball pythons on their website, ShedTesting.com. Make sure to use code WhiskeyBomb15 to save 15% off of 2 shed tests. Bull pythons may be up-and-coming breeders, but they've already made a significant impact on the industry with their passion, love for pieds, and affinity for the color pink. There's no reptile convention in the US where their merchandise isn't present, and they also produce beautiful ball pythons. Don't take my word for it. Give them a follow on Morph Market and Instagram today. Torchbearers of the Tom Harbin Reptiles legacy. You've seen the monarchs, now experience the full spectrum of the Herpin Harbins. Beyond the hype, discover exceptional DG, puzzle, clown, dreamsicle, and other unique combos. Their high-end hognose collection is just as impressive, including Swiss Chocolate, Sunburst, Mai Tai, Storm Cloud, and many more. Meet them at some of the top shows and
Wait
follow
for it
their
to come
journey on Morph Market, Instagram, and YouTube. Genetic Geneticists are extremely passionate breeders who are investing in quality animals and paving their own path. They work with a number of morphs and combinations, including Wookiee, Hypo, Clown, MJ Xanthic, Scrambler, and the list goes on. You can find them on Morph Market and Instagram, or even your local reptile show.
Shout out to our show sponsors. Make sure you guys go and give them a follow on social media and all their Morph Market accounts. And make sure if you inquire that you mention the Genetic Canvas and the Whiskey Bomb Network when inquiring. Tell him to show the one he's sending me. That's Juan from Windy City.
Which one would he like? This. So, can you guys see that?
Yeah, we can see that.
Don't know how to turn the camera on.
Back a little bit, maybe in frame a little bit better. But it's great. I mean, it's doing good. I think the snake can move to your right a little. But otherwise, yeah, perfect. What do we have here?
Okay, really simple combo. So I thought we'll start with something simple. Somebody asked for Enchi,
Yes,
and Justin has seen this animal grow from when it was a baby to how it is now. The color change has just been fantastic. So this is just a Bambino Enchi red and ringer het clown. That's all it is.
I
Look
love
at the
that.
battle that's gone on. Like it's got such a fight that is going on. It's amazing.
I like that the Enchi really still holds its pattern in it, you know? Like it still has that uniform Enchi look to it, but you can see the
Yep.
Bambino influences all over.
Enchi normally has really, really strong head stamp. The head stamp is not there. Enchi also generally has strong belly marking.
Yeah, usually it's real clean. That thing has got a lot of markings.
So there's a real fight that's gone on with this animal. And I love that how Bambino has interacted with Enchi and caused such a fight, but the colors are superb. It's just beautiful for an Enchi. And you can see what I mean. Like it really Uh, when it's a lighter color gene, the Bambino will go ahead and make it even lighter and work to that advantage. You know, it's really, really, really strange how much of a color change that these guys go through from baby to adult, and it will take on the colors of if it's a lighter gene, it will become lighter over age. If it's a darker gene, it will become darker over age.
Okay, so it plays into the melanism effect of the ontogenetic change.
Yeah, it's really, really weird. I
I
haven't
like the
really
color
seen
of
that
that
before.
animal. So you think it's gonna get lighter?
Yeah, as it will carry on growing, I think it will get lighter and lighter. Yeah, but you can see all the Enchi markings coming through, but not your typical Enchi pattern going through it, and definitely not through the back as well. You know, it's got
Yeah.
those uh, dots and dashes and donuts and everything going through the back. It's crazy.
That's where it really is shining through is the dorsal and then the separation of the Enchi with the flames real wide between the alien heads. I mean, you don't get that separation in Enchi usually. So that's a really good foundation to work into a lot of different directions because you can
Yeah.
really bring that expression of the Bambino back out with the right combination.
Exactly. And I think just as this with a clown, which I hadn't noticed yet, just a Bambino Enchi clown, I think it's going to work really well as well, you know?
That could be one of the wildest looking Enchi clowns there ever was for sure.
I don't think it's going to be your normal banded out Enchi clown. I think it's actually going to be a real destructive pattern clown. I
Like
think it's
real
going to be cool.
tiger striped almost, like crazy. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't even know what the head stamp's going to be like with it.
That'll be amazing to see. Man,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful example. So what else did you grab for us there?
I have got also, I'll bring out with one more G on top of this.
What do you think about that, Ron?
I kind of think it enhanced the color. That's what
Yeah,
I
the
was going
color
to
was
ask.
real
Like
nice.
enhancing, was it enhancing the gene? Like that's pretty wild.
If he's going to show combos, I have it. Granted, it's in shed, but I have what I believe to be a single gene Bambino.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be
That's
great.
Yeah.
That'd be
So,
uh
great.
and one thing I was going to say is like what he's having to do about having to kind of scale everything back and dissect it with through his breeding. Keep in mind how fortunate we are over here in the States to just be able to get a shed and send it in. You know, so when I get my animals in, I'm 100% balls to the wall. I can stack it shed test for 99% of these genes I'm working with, and I
Yeah.
know exactly for ID sake what it is.
And you can
See,
learn
and
the
that's
het
a
markers that way
combo.
a lot faster.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
it
great.
is.
But you can learn the het markers that way a lot faster with the testing too.
And it's at the end of the day, it's one of those things that I'm using it to progress my projects. I want to see it with my stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, John's got a comment here. He said the dorsal interaction on the Enchi Bambino was wild. The lifting of color in the alien heads was crazy too. Still granite, but bright and high contrast. Yeah, and I mean they played really well into each other. I think they both complemented, the other mutation.
Thank you very much for the
Yeah,
kind word.
remarkable. I can already guess that's Blackhead, right?
So that's it. That's all it is. One extra gene on top. So this is
Blackhead
Blackhead,
Enchi.
Enchi, Red and Ringer, Het Cloud.
Blackhead Enchi. Wow. That's amazing. I like that. How Blackhead just kind of it plays in. It's like the Enchi Bambino is a good foundation, and then it allows the other mutations to play into it well. Like the Bambino plays into that real well. What up, Brian?
Yeah.
Warrior in the house.
This one might be accounted for.
That thing is nice. You still got the Blackhead, head. You can clearly see it in the head that it's that dark, iridescent top of the head, and then you get that coloration. The difference in the alien heads is just it screamed Blackhead when you pulled it out, with the gray transitioning to the black at the top of the alien head with the white outlines. Even the Enchi isn't really that strong. It's just playing more into the pattern.
And again, I love the dorsal with it. The dots and the markings and the dorsal. They're just incredible, really.
Yeah, the Blackhead is really pulling a lot of gold from that. You're right, John. And it's changing like that red. If it did have the red gene in there, I don't even think the red gene would uh, pull much red out of it. I feel like it would be just more like orange saturation in the gold.
No, I think the red and ringer gene is imperative. I think it's so underrated. It's one of those genes that is an enhancer gene, but when you have it in stuff, it's such a key thing,
Yeah.
especially with the darker animals. I think it works beautifully with the darker animals. And
Dang. Did
this
you?
boy is actually going into shed as well.
Oh wow. Did you grab that regular Bambino, Justin, to compare this to?
Yeah, I've got it here. Give me 1 second. Let me flip my camera around. I'll show it off.
I'm not sure if
Keep
we
in
can
mind this
both
animal
side by
is in
side.
shed as well, but
Well, it's all
like
good.
I'm glossed
I'll put this
over
one
it.
back and
Probably going to
grab
shed
another
out
one in a
tonight.
second. It'd be good for Justin to show you that one.
So this is a baby, but look at that. That's what I believe to be just a single gene Bambino in shed, of course. And then one thing I really not like is the like he was talking about that neck pattern. hmm Yep. And then I also have right here. Let me grab it real quick. It's basically a replica of Daddy, so it's just Bambino and then Hurricane. Yeah, this is fresh paint on this. So here, give me 2 seconds. Let me chill him out, and then I'll show him off a little better. And then also the same thing. It accentuates that neck patterning. 100%. He's got a lot going on. Looks nice. Well, so you have to keep in mind with a combination like that, you have two genes that are fighting themselves. You know what I'm saying?
And the dorsal was crazy on that one. And that's
It did even more than what Yellow Buddy would have actually done to Hurricane.
And it keeps the contrast, though, you know, even though it has such intense gold, and even you get that really intense gold in the blushing, but you have this bold contrast of the pattern floating off of that blushing still, even though they're kind of similar palettes of gold.
I like
Did
the
you
new
have
tattoo as well,
something
guys.
ready,
Looks
Mills?
good. Yeah, I do.
Ready for you.
I would
Uh,
show the daddy off, but he just popped out his shed, and I was hoping, because I put him in with a female, and I was hoping that I'd get him. We'd be able to do this before he popped out, and he's already doing his work. So
That's all good.
yeah, it's every. The only time he won't breed is in shed, but as soon
All
as he
right.
pops out, he's in. So
Everybody is wondering, what is he breeding now?
are they wondering
If
what
you
he's
want to,
breeding?
if you want to spill it, you can. If you don't, you don't have to.
So
I
I
know
will
everyone's
say,
training their brain.
it's another cool incomplete
Oh, I agree.
dominant gene female.
Okay.
So maybe think of another dark. Maybe the before
Okay.
this, think big, crazy, dark animal. You know, I don't know. Not to give
Stay
too many hints, but
excited.
it's stranger.
it's dark.
Look at that.
It's just about to go instead. Yeah, it's
Gotta
just
get a
going
view.
instead. Yeah, but like I just wanted to show you a dark Bambino.
Question for you: are the colors that muted even when it's not going into shed? Like, is the
No,
browns and the
no,
blacks
I will
muted?
tell you 100%
Yeah,
no.
No.
it's
Okay.
dark.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, this is Bambino leopard yellow belly double head clown pie.
Oh, nice. That het pied is really helping the effect of the Bambino get choppy, or do you think it's yeah?
But
Yeah,
yeah, unfortunately, the shed cycle really mutes all the oranges that these snakes have in them. Like you saw the hurricane, like the Bambino in general has really dark hues and then crazy orange hues as well. But that all gets muted in shed cycle.
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I wish I could have showed you this artifact, but like these are new babies and they're eating really well. So I'm just carrying. I love the little stripe on the side of the face on this as well,
Yeah,
which
the
is something
drop
I haven't
down.
seen on Bambino. Yeah, I've seen it in other morphs, but not in Bambino.
So, have you noticed any consistencies with het pied influence in the pattern? Does it make it more choppy and busy?
A little bit, not as much. I've only made these double het clown pies so far.
Okay, so not enough
I
to
can
say
bring
yet.
another one out that's his sibling that's not got leopard in it. It's not as dark, but I can bring his sibling out if you want to see the sibling. And then I was going to bring you out a clown.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and grab those. This animal here is amazing. So the het pied, yeah, you're right, Keys. The het pied seems like it's showing through in almost like a paradox in the white areas here and there. I know
Bambino
everybody
clown
can't
pie
hear
is going
him,
to be
but
nuts.
he mentioned it. Yeah, clown pied is gonna be crazy.
Much
I
less like
wonder.
I'm gonna work eventually down that same route. I've got a fond love for Hurricane or Clown Pied's adding Hurricane to it. So since my boy already has it, it almost be just right to do it.
Yeah, look at that one. That one's, you can see the choppiness in its pattern.
The colors are coming through a little bit better as well because it's not as muted.
And this one
Can
isn't
you
in shed.
Yep.
can you lift that one that you just brought out in front of the camera
Yeah,
a little bit better?
sure, sure.
Yeah, look at that thing. It seems like the het pied just kind of influences it a little bit more to be stronger busyness, you know, stronger choppiness. Look at the tail pattern, how it's like almost in person. Is the color like paradoxing in and out on certain alien heads?
No, I don't think it's paradoxing at all. It's just how pixelated the pattern is.
And then
Yeah,
I
it's
think this
also
one might be
going from
yellow
the
belly as
lights to
well.
the darks. You end up with crazy, crazy depth in the patterns.
it's almost like the flame comes up in between the alien head as a solid pattern on it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like there's alien head, then there's flame, but the flame is also pattern now.
It's wild.
Clean
And as
belly.
I said,
Yeah,
we're
that's
just
crazy.
touching the surface with this gene. We're really just scratching the surface. You know,
Yeah.
as you said, you know, how's it going to be with asphalt? How's it going to be with puzzle? How's it going to be with all the other genes? We just don't know what's going to happen.
Have you done adder with the Bambino yet?
Oh, he's
No.
on to us, Mills. I've been talking about that. I want to see. I call it controlled chaos. I think it's gonna maintain some uniformity with just crazy
The
alien
black
heads.
adder though, the good one. The
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
one. Because
Well,
Mills, yeah, over here we and Mills were talking, and over here we kind of separated it and just call it the adder now. The one over here, that's the true line.
No, I like
But
the dark. I want the dark aspect with it. I
it's
think
the
it's cool.
black
It'd go
adder,
well.
yeah, that Mills works, and it's just a little bit darker with that extra gene.
see, the beauty of it is that having a partner like Justin, he actually really sparked my interest back in for the Blackadder with the Blackadder furrow that he got. And until this season, I shelved that project for a little while. But Justin showed me that thing, and I was like, "Hot damn, dude! I've got to put some of that back
Re-inspired
into
you.
play again." Yeah, and this is the beauty working with people that it's not about the money or anything else. It's about the friendship and talking about the genetics and how the genetics can work together. It's not a competition. It's about really speaking together, understanding the different genes, seeing what will work. This is what we all need to put our minds together to actually collaborate to produce some of the best animals on the planet. And that's my opinion. I
Yeah.
mean, when Justin bought that Blackadder Furrow, I was like, wow, I never would have expected that in a million years.
Shout out to
And I've been
Claudio, the
working on
KC
that
Reptile Lab.
animal.
Hell
So,
yeah.
sorry, bro?
A lab. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. We appreciate you dropping that in the comments, Mitzi. Keeper Kane in the house. It was good seeing you at the show.
Mm.
Yeah, I really like the effects that the het pied seems to be bringing into that animal with the different layers in between, because the other animals didn't even have that kind of effect in the flaming as much. So that'll be cool to see if that's more of a consistency with that head influence.
And unfortunately, like I love Inchi, but with Inchi, you have a pattern, like it's cleaning up. Basically, you have two
It
pattern genes that are
controls
going to
it,
fight
like,
each other. So,
yeah. And that's why I said that it almost creates a good foundation in itself with that Enchi and the Bambino foundation, the combination, because they're already trying to fight each other, but the Enchi's winning over so much that it gives you a lot to play with as far as manipulation.
oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
I bet it eats good. That's a sign.
Make sure you guys are, sharing this out and hitting that like button.
So, this is
Drop
the
those
first
whiskey
and only
bombs in
one
the
like
chat.
it in the world. So, you guys are seeing it properly. Unfortunately, it's in shed.
If you told me it was in shed, I wouldn't have even have noticed, honestly, because the pattern is still so bright and the contrast is still so nice.
This is in deep blue. He's just been pigging out. He actually had a good couple of meals this week. Sorry, last week. So he's gone into deep shed now. But this is another simple combo. This is only Bambino, leopard, yellow belly, clown, 100% het pie. So
What?
I'm not really adding loads of layers onto it. I'm keeping it real simple.
Oh, I see the leopard there now. It
Yeah,
didn't
look at
look
that head
leopard
pipe
right
just
away, but
dragging it out.
damn. Yeah, the leopard up by the neck doesn't really show because it's got more single alien
No,
heads.
but
But
down at the tail, you can just see it dragging out. Look
yeah,
at
it
it.
starts stretching through the body. That's real cool. It's like two different snakes in one.
Dude,
Yeah, right. And you don't normally see that fight with leopard.
Yeah, the only
You
reason
don't
you
see,
could tell it was in shed was because it was a little muted like the other one in shed. But yeah,
yeah.
missing those
And then you
oranges.
don't really see many clowns with that much heavy patterning on it. I
the
mean, that
inside of the keyholes almost looks like I don't know.
it just
I want to compare it to like
Paint splatter
the
almost.
straight razor. You know how the straight razor has the hole in the middle with all the choppiness.
Oh, yeah.
right,
That's cool.
but
Call it the
it's
straight
actually just
razor. No, that thing is wild looking. So leopard, yellow belly, Bambino clown is what you said it was.
100% het pie. That's right.
100% het pied. That's
Yeah, this
amazing.
ball's not going anywhere.
Don't
And
blame me.
again, the
Look at
het
him.
pied really plays into probably that choppiness inside of the pattern itself, all the
Oh,
speckling and everything.
that's wild.
I mean, where else have you seen a clown honestly like this? Like, I like the other granite genes. They're beautiful, and what some of the stuff does is amazing. But I've never, when I first produced the first Bambino clown, I
Yeah,
did
I'm
not
sure
expect
people can
the
make
pattern.
comparisons in their mind of what they think it could be, it could look like, but this is a whole nother level or five up. You know what I'm saying? So definitely sets itself apart in its own ball game.
And it's
Yeah,
got the hurricane arms there and stuff like that for a clown, like it's mental. The head
Yeah,
stamp's
because
pretty
this one
mental as well
doesn't.
for a
The
clown.
one thing I noticed about this Bambino is it likes to kind of, um, it has a lot of markings that look like your mustache on the top of the helmet,
Well,
which is a
they
really
say
cool feature because I really
The mustache
appreciate the
markings.
mustache. So
they say your pet's meant to look like your owner, right? Or the other way
you're
around.
right. What up, Jeff, in the chats?
We made a Millsy snake.
That's awesome.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm shaking with the snake. You cracked me up.
Man, that's a beautiful clown. Honestly, one of the most impressive clowns I've seen in a
Well, I'm
while.
going to tell you the most impressive clown
Most
that I've heard.
impressive
yeah,
freaking leopard clown I've seen in a while too.
that'd be crazy putting Stranger into that too.
Oh, the stacking of the blushing with the contrast to the pattern, because Stranger has such a contrasting pattern that floats off the blushing also. That when you stack that with the Bambino, it's gonna really jump off that background. I think
100%. I think even in the non-visual clown version, I think Stranger and Bambino are going to work crazy well together.
Hell yeah! What up, Raj? It was good seeing you at Daytona. Yeah. Make sure you catch that replay because we've been showing off some amazing animals. If you just are joining us, make sure you guys are hitting that like button and check this crazy snake out.
Boom.
I think this is the craziest clown that I've ever seen. It's his brothers in shed.
You'll have to hold it up a little bit for us and show it off like a model. That thing is amazing. So, what are the genetics here?
So can we take a guess? Anyone wants to guess at these
I
genetics?
think Bongo is in there.
Blackhead.
Who said blackhead?
I'm cheating. I'm sorry.
Justin's cheating.
Hey, hey, how you doing, Keith? Nice to meet you.
So it
Yep,
was Blackhead
we've got
and
blackhead.
Yellow Belly, or just Blackhead?
No, no,
It's not just Blackhead.
it's got more than Bambino, blackhead,
Okay,
and I
Bambino,
believe just from the eyes, I believe was
a
Enchi as well.
Phantom.
But
Oh,
Enchi,
Enchi, huh?
red and ringer,
The color is
cloud.
throwing me off because the sides are such that silvery kind of bongo-ish coloration. That's why I said that. And all the grittiness on the
Yeah.
dorsal, yeah. But
I mean, have you
blackhead
ever
totally
seen a
makes
cloud like
sense.
that?
That thing
Ever?
is wild.
Not yet, baby. We working on it.
Yeah.
All right, so clarify it again in case I talked over anybody. Blackhead, Bambino,
Bambino, blackhead. I believe Enchi as well. Red and ringer, cloud.
and she Red and Ringer. So the Red and Ringer would busy it back up, so that would make sense. That Ringer gene would probably increase all that grittiness in the dorsal. That's what you're thinking.
The red gene would have an effect on the color in the dorsal, but
Yeah,
the
lightening the
Bambino is
dorsal
what's
up.
having the effect on the grittiness there. And I think it's the Bambino working with the blackhead, which I think those two combos are just made for each other. And I'm going to show you something else in a bit. Well, I'll let Justin show a couple of bits before I show anything else. I think it's Justin's turn to show a couple of bits if he's good with doing that.
Oh well,
Yeah,
yeah. I got
definitely.
one more that I could show off, and it's kind of my coup de grace, and I'll let you go hog wild, man.
Well,
Not at all. Not at all. Well, you know where the brothers come in. It's coming to the States
nice.
to,
You
well,
did have all right,
well,
yeah. So we have to let you show off your animal, Justin, your coup de grace, and then I know Mills
to
is
Justin if you
excited to
want
show
it.
off that super Bambino also that he told us about.
Yeah. So as far as incomplete dominant wise, if you were to talk to me or see some of my animals, you're probably aware that one of my other favorite things is the NR Mandarin stuff.
Oh yeah,
So rightfully so, as soon as I got that boy up to size running, what do you guys think's the first thing that I should have ran it to? I did. Would be the
Superman.
Mandarin.
Oh.
So let me show you. If I get nothing else for the rest of this year, this boy will make me a happy dude. So
This thing is
Ooh.
amazing. I mean, I was
And
so happy when Justin produced this.
and that's
It's
head
just
hypo.
one of
Well,
the
I mean,
most
yeah,
beautiful
it's
ones.
not even
Full
visual
stop.
hypo. It's 100% head.
I like the granity, grittiness, and the alien heads and everything from the Mandarin. Oh
And
yeah, the
next year,
oranges.
mark my words. This we talk about beautiful building blocks, but this boy next year will make the Super Mandarin Bambino hypo on
Damn.
everything I love.
Can you show us that belly line, that Mandarin belly line? Oh yeah, look at that color.
Full belly, you
And
know
that's
how
That
he
it.
gold is
is.
just playing right into the orange. Like it goes from that gold to that rusty orange. It just expression wise, it makes the single
Yes, and
Mandarin
a
a
lot of
lot more.
times Mandarin with dark genes can be super subtle, but again, getting back to the quality of the simple genetics as you layer, I mean, all the Mandarin stuff I work with is going to be from TJ, so it's good stuff and it's shining through extremely well. There's nothing subtle about this boy.
Look at that neck stripe too, the chaining in it from the Bambino effect.
Oh, it's nuts. And I don't even think this is Hurricane. I think this is just Mandarin Bambino. I'm going to shed test to be 100% sure,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't even think this is Hurricane.
Yeah, that would be crazy if it is. It would be
I
more
wouldn't be
controlled
mad,
than
but I don't think it is.
it would be. Yeah, it would be way more controlled than you would expect.
Yes, and like you can actually see some of the muscle arms break through with Hurricane, and I don't see that on this boy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see for sure. Definitely keep an eye out on Justin at Ozark Mountain Morphs' Instagram because that's where he'll be dropping those updates.
This boy, I mean, he's still a young boy, but you can see he's growing well. So,
He's gonna grow in no time.
Do you mind me just saying, Justin? that if we revisit this animal in 3 to 6 months' time, that whole color will be different. That thing will be orange and black. Right, Just?
Yeah, 100%. We'll do an update video. I'll have them locked in a tub, and we'll
Gonna
show
look
them
like
off, and then
Halloween.
go for that super. At least the visual hypo version. So that boy's gonna have a few more jobs. I want to work that around. But the super Mandarin Bambino hypo is gonna be off the chain.
It's going to be, I think, a really, really orange and black animal. But I mean, I'm I couldn't ask for nothing more. Like from a breeding, I couldn't do that breeding. I'm so proud that Justin done the breeding and produced such a beautiful animal. That's awesome.
It's a beautiful animal.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Congratulations again. I
one of
know
what Justin said,
I
basically, the
heard
benefit of shed
he
testing,
say
he can
congratulations.
actually confirm the possible codoms incompletes that are in that. So that's the good thing.
And it surpasses some of the stuff that I produced as well. I don't have that arsenal stuff. I don't have a hypo mandarin in my collection. Justin does, and he's produced something that actually shows us the potential of the gene. This is what it's all about working together, in my opinion. I
Beautiful
think that's the
building
beauty of
blocks.
it.
That's what we shoot
Yeah,
for. I
that
mean,
one
it's a
animal
long
tricked
road
me.
any way you cut it, especially with a new genetic like this. But like I said, we talk about having faith in your stock. If you gear it up right and you have the quality animals to work with to begin with, or the solid foundation of your recessive core, and then the incomplete dominant you work, you should have beautiful, beautiful building blocks along the way. And that boy's a prime example. That's not even the Super Mandarin Bambino hypo is not the end goal. I want to go hypo clown next after that, and some few other things, but it's intermediate goals that. I mean, that boy's a beautiful building block. So if I can keep that up, it's going to be a fun ride.
The more of these lower, I want to say, lower morph count combos that we are able to see on the path to producing those higher morph count combos,
Yes.
the more, inspiration and the more, information we're going to have, insight we're going to have as to what this is going to do when we mix things together. And I think it's awesome the point that we're at nowadays where we can take, a new mutation. Like if somebody got a Bambino male, they could put it to a 6 gene het clown female, produce a bunch of amazing new combos that's never been seen before, over here in the States, test for the het clown, keep animals back for both projects, some for a linear direction to keep the cost and value down for, when that level comes down and more things are produced, and then also work those directions where we're going into, doubles and singles and triple recessive, because without being able, and nowadays I feel like it's important to kind of explore multiple different avenues at the same time.
And
Can
another
I just
props
touch
to the
on?
hobby is I see the majority of people nowadays, they've shifted from just gene stacking. So people are getting away from just is the gene present, but is it a quality example of that gene? And I respect that. That's how I tried to initially get into everything and build it off of, like the chocolate and the cypress and the mandarin and stuff I was getting into. I wanted the, like, to where you look at it and there is no questioning it. Like if you look
Yeah.
at a combination and they say there's a gene in there and you're questioning if the gene's there, even if it's there, it's not a combo I want to work. If
Mhm.
it's especially if you're going to build your collection, like the Mandarin, for example, if you want to get into Mandarin and you're not building or buying the best quality of that gene to build your stock off of, you're doing yourself no justice.
Yeah.
Actually a disservice, because then you're going to start getting this stuff out and you're going to have trouble IDing it because it's not high quality stuff. Just because the gene is there, people take years and years, like Mills and like TJ with the
Yeah.
Mandarin, years and years on these genes to make them what they are. Same thing with Ozzy and his OD.
The
There's a
orange beam
big difference
authentic,
between all
perfect
these
example.
genes that they're working and the run of the mill stuff that's out there, and it shows in your offspring, not just what you buy.
Definitely, yeah.
You actually took the words right out of my mouth. I was just about to say the same thing. I was like, Justin has some of the best, and he purchased from the guy who I would say has the best Mandarin stock on the planet, even more than the guy that actually first produced the Mandarin. You know, because he line bred it. He worked so many years to carry on keeping back the best examples and working with it. And then Justin went ahead and looked at those examples and purchased some of the best Mandarin stock that he had. Like, and you got to take a cap off to someone like that. Like, you have to have the eye for one. You have to have the patience to wait for those right animals to come up, and then you have to have the passion to actually go ahead and work those genes that you like. It doesn't matter what anyone else likes. Don't follow the sheep.
Hmm.
You know, I think if you like a color palette, if you like a pattern palette, then you work with it. You know.
Yep. And at that point, once you're solid and all that stuff, that's when a gene like Bambino or some of these other high end genes that are out there, that's when they make sense. When you have your solid foundation and everything else is flowing good, a gene like that can elevate everything to the next level. You know, it's easy to make new stuff if you're one of a few people with the gene, you know, but you
Right.
have to have a solid foundation or you're not doing yourself any justice either. You know, you have to have the solid foundation.
Heck yeah, yeah. Are you gonna grab that super Mills?
Yep. I'm just going to show you a hypo first, real quick,
Oh,
and then
okay,
I'm going to
definitely.
show you the
Hypo
supers.
everything.
If
Because
anybody's
we
joining
talked about
us a little
hypos,
bit
and
late into the episode, make sure you guys catch the replay. There's been some amazing animals shown off throughout this whole entire episode. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop a comment. We were able to see some blackhead clown Bambino, some Inchy Bambino clown, some Hurricane Bambino combos, Mandarin Bambino. I mean, it's been a wild, wild episode of some amazing snakes. So definitely catch that replay. And don't forget, comment hashtag replay gang when you do. Thank you. All right, it's all you, Mills.
okay, so here we have two siblings. These are both girls, both
Appreciate
staying.
you.
So this one here.
That is nice.
So
We
this
don't
is
say
simple.
creamy very
Again,
often, but
so
that's creamy.
you're gonna keep on hearing me say it's simple. I've kept things simple because I need to understand what's going on with my animals. So I've kept things real simple. Don't want to rush ahead of anything. This is just a Bambino Mojave hypo. That's it. Red and ringer. Sorry, red
Wow.
and ringer as well.
What do you
And
guys
that's it.
think about that? Is that
Pattern on there.
it's stranger-ish almost with the hypo because it strips that color off?
Yeah, and the bell complex striped out the dorsal a lot heavier and really reduced down those alien heads. Well, that's also
Yeah.
the red ringer is going to attribute to that as well, I would assume.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think the
So for
reduction in the
people,
alien heads is mainly what's making it look more towards that combination similarity, but the
so
golds are really popping through still.
if people don't understand what goes on with the red and ringer gene, basically the ringer gene comes up from here. It's the ringer gene came from the blackhead from Ralph Davis. Sorry, the other girl was running away. Sorry, you have to come down a bit. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So the the ringer gene is all the markings coming up from the belly, and that's what a
The,
good
the,
ringer gene will have.
the floaters.
Yeah. Then the red
Okay.
gene will
Notice
intensify
the
the
ringer
back
gene
stripe.
also seems to smooth off the edges and make them more roundish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna put this girl back and show you this girl because she's running around right now, and like I got to show you what happens from this without blackhead to just adding the blackhead. Remember, I said the blackhead works so well with with the Bambino, blackhead and Bambino. I think were just meant to be best mates forever.
Yeah, that thing, it looks cool. It looks like it's got that kind of faded pattern as it goes down the body where it blows out towards the tail. I wonder what's causing that effect.
Hey Mills, where she's running, Mills, where you at?
Yeah, yeah, I'm back. Thanks, Gus.
Code red, code red.
I was saying that's why I had to put the other one back. Like, taking two out at a time is
Code
not a good
red.
idea. Look at what the blackhead's done. So weird. It's taken off all the back stripe of an animal that has such a prolific back stripe.
Yeah,
It's
definitely
taken
took
what
away.
Mojave and Blackhead have done that, and then it's made like Indian writing across the side.
Oh, okay. So it's the Mojave Blackhead combination with the ringer and red jean.
Bambino, Mojave, Blackhead, Red and Ringer, Hypo.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was wondering what was dissipating all the pattern halfway down the body, but the Mojave makes sense. That thing is crazy.
Look at that stripe. It's just like it's crazy. It's like just
I
little
love
bits of
how
writing.
when you hypoed it, it didn't take away the it didn't take away the differentiation. I don't know the freaking word right now.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Like
You can still differentiate the pattern from the blushing. I don't know what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say though.
the hypos work really well. This is why I
You can
think
still see the
that for me,
contrast.
Bambino and hypo work really well. I think Desert Ghost will work well, but for me, hypo, I love it. I love hypo. And everyone dismissed hypo for a little while. Now it's making a resurgence. And you can see why. Look at that. Look at the colors on that.
So the head on
Beautiful.
that animal is more of the typical hypo coloration that you would expect in the blackhead Mojave combination, and then the Bambino just kind of brings that gold wash over the whole body as it goes
Yeah.
down. It just takes over. That's kind of what I was getting at, and then the contrast of the pattern throughout that blowout is still real strong. I like that.
Yeah.
What
And
up,
then
Logan? What up, Dickie?
the Phantom version is even more different. And if you guys out there, thank you guys for joining as well. If you guys want to see anything specific, I will see if I've got it here and I can show you. You know, we've still got a couple more things to show. I know, like, we haven't got long left. We're going to show the supers and then we're going to show the new gene. I don't know if Justin wants to show anything else. Justin, is your hypo? Sorry, not your hurricane. Is it in shed or is it?
That boy's breeding. You want me to show off the female that I got?
Yeah, can do. Or do you want me to grab the male? What do you prefer,
Hey,
bro?
you have at it, baby. I'm watching. I'm in the audience right now. I'm just chilling. I'm having a great time.
All
Let's
right,
see
it'll
some. You
take
got
me a
some more
second to
clown
get
bids or some
that boy.
supers? Let's have at it.
Definitely add in
Okay.
whenever you want, Justin. Like, point
Oh,
things
I've
out.
shown my coup de grace. That's the best snake in my opinion. I'm gonna hit all season. So
Adrian said, "Let's see some Phantom."
Phantom. Okay.
yeah,
You want to
I'll
see
leave
some
the
Phantom
suspense
first? Let
there.
me
I
show
got
you
some
some
stuff
Phantom
coming, but
first.
y'all got to hit me up and talk sweet to me.
Heck yeah! And don't forget, if you guys are coming in a little bit after the start of this program, we are going to be revealing a new morph to the hobby at the end of this episode. So stay tuned. I can't wait for that.
So I'm sure you probably feel the same way, Jared. But that's the cool stuff about these newer, less work jeans is throwing them in. It's just kind of an extra flavor. You know, I don't want to say the stuff gets mundane and redundant, but we know how these jeans work, and then especially layering on color recessives, you have an idea of what these combos are going to look like ish. but throwing new genes in, it's all uncharted territory. It's fun.
Oh, 100%. You just go, well, this should look cool, but let's find out.
100%. Like I actually picked up some scrambler bits, that Blackadder furrow boy, stuff like that, and just to have some different stuff to work. Throw it into my hypo
Yeah.
clown projects or whatever. Just a little
And you
extra
can get
flavor.
some insight too from certain combos of all right, well, this interaction, you can compare it, and then you can go, you can use your knowledge of comparison and go, well, this other morph in that similar combo works really well. Now let me use that into this similar combo with the Bambino and see how it changes it up.
100%. Ooh.
And that's the beauty of it. I can't work everything. Justin can't work everything, but between us and between a few other guys, we can. Baz is also involved. Maybe we'll have Baz involved on one of the chats one time. Baz has some beautiful stuff at his place. In fact, Baz just made the first Bambino pied, and it's gorgeous. It's not here. Baz has got some
I was
really
really
nice bits.
curious about the Bambino Pied when you were showing off the double heads. I was like, oh, I wonder how Bambino is going to work in Pied. So can you explain it without showing?
Yeah, it's actually really dark, and it's actually got the Bambino pixelation going through the side of the animal. It's kind of neat.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
Yeah.
Seems
So
to be
How
higher
much
whoever was
pattern
saddling?
as
asking about
well,
the
from what I'm
Phantom,
seeing. I mean,
this is
granted,
a
there hasn't been
blackhead
much done, but it
Phantom.
seems higher pattern.
Higher pattern. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Justin's seen it. Not many people I've shown it to, but Baz has just released a video as well to show it, which is pretty neat. And I'll send it to you if you want to put it out there or anything.
Okay. I mean, with permission, I will. Definitely.
100%. Yeah. I've got slow on technology and everything, so I need to do more in technology. But yeah,
Up
I
Eric and
just
EV and
been
Shane.
busy creating animals. So this is Phantom, Bambino, Phantom, Blackhead, Het Hypo, Red and Ringer.
I
So
like
that's the difference that Phantom make. Makes it dark. The little face stripe is different. The pattern's totally different.
It's got a little bit more dorsal pattern than the Mojave Blackhead Bambino did.
As Phantoms do, yeah.
Yeah. And it has a little
Mojave,
bit more, a little less blowout, but you get that similar chaining down the neck and halfway down the body, and then it reverses back to like similar single alien heads, right?
yeah, exactly.
So it's like the opposite of that leopard clown combo, kind of.
Yeah. So some things you can have and it makes it more patterned, and then something you can work with and it makes it less patterned. But the weird thing is the actual hypo. The hypo version is without blackhead, but the hypo version with Phantom is really, really heavily patterned.
Just the blackhead on its own is really heavily patterned, more so than this.
No, the Bambino Phantom hypo.
Oh, okay. The Bambino Phantom Hypo is higher pattern. So the blackhead really does what its namesake is, and it really reduces the alien heads and really increases the blushing spacing with this combination. So it seems like Bambino can be manipulated by pattern mutations that kind of have a uniformity to them. Would you say?
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I would say too. Like, if you want to add color to something, then look at the color combos that will work with that mutation. If you want to add or have a fight with the pattern, then choose two real strong pattern combos that will really mess things up.
Yeah.
And I think pattern on pattern works really well. Blackhead, Phantom, Bambino, like all of those are pattern and color morphs
Have you
in the
worked
rep roster.
chocolate into this at all yet?
I can't, but Justin can. That's the beauty of us working together.
Awesome.
Justin's got better chocolates than I'm gonna have for years. You know, he's already got the modifiers and stuff. Like that's what we discussed, and Justin's gonna
Yeah,
put it
so
in
the
chocolate.
female, actually, the pairing that I'm running on the female is she's a Bambino Pos Yellow Belly, but she was bred to the. But looking at her, I'm very confident that she's Yellow Belly and saying that when I say
Yeah,
Pos. But she was bred to the butter chocolate DG Cryptic, so chocolate is definitely on the hit list. It's coming. Some cool stuff with chocolate.
Heck yeah, I can't wait to see that because the
and
blushing that chocolate brings in. What about GHI in the same sense?
No, I think it's gonna. I'm not personally doing it because I think GHI, like we talk about setting ourselves up for best success. I think it's gonna be one of those ones where they may fight too much for my liking.
Yeah, with
yeah,
the grittiness of the GHI and the grittiness of the Bambino really kind of stacking together and
Yes,
being
that's
really
the
crazy.
trick with pattern on pattern. Like anything colors a safe bet. You just have to make sure the colors work well together and stuff like that if you're going to layer those. But pattern, especially if it's like a cleaning gene compared to like a blowout, just granite crazy looking gene, sometimes they can fight and you don't get the interaction that you want.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely.
and I
So,
tried it with GHI, and out of 15 eggs, there was only one Bambino, and it was the Bambino yellow belly that Justin got.
Yeah.
okay. So that's
Full
crazy.
circle.
Went forward and didn't even hit it in 11 eggs. That's crazy.
No, and everything else was either GHI. There was GHI, Phantom, Yellow Belly, Pastel, Bambino. Yeah, I think that's Enchi and Enchi in the mix. But there was only one Bambino that I
Yellow
was
belly
pretty sure
too.
was Yellow Belly as well. But
Didn't even hit the other
um,
morphs. Crazy.
yeah, that was the
All right.
third clutch I was ever produced.
So I think we are ready to see the super if you're ready to show us.
All right, so
Drum roll. The silence is going to kill everybody. Classic Gangs, Static Morphs, thank you for the Keys Constrictors gifted subscriptions. We appreciate that. Everybody who got those gifted subscriptions, make sure you don't let them run out. Make sure you renew those and don't let them run out because you are about to get all that exclusive daily content. And consider upgrading to the Weekend Warrior tier so that we can drop you on the screen just like everybody else during the episode. There is a super. Rain
Yep.
Creek is a weekend
So,
warrior, just like
unfortunately,
that.
talking about that, like, granted, I do have a female that's been breeding. I'm just waiting for her to go, but I forload the super to work on heads to plug it in, unfortunately. So maybe next year I'll run it back and then try for a super. Maybe that the Mandarin boy would be a good one to do it, and it'd be Pos head hypo as well. So get Mandarin Super Bambino head hypo. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And stepping stones towards the Supermander and Super
Yeah. Yeah,
get your odds
100%.
up.
so this is super. It's a straight super,
We'll
which
blow you up here in a second. That thing looks real cool.
Yep.
change the color, change the pattern.
Would you say the dorsal is broken more than striped?
Yeah, way more.
What were you saying, Keith? Oh, appreciate you. Make sure if you just got turned blue, drop your links in the chat so everybody can follow you. We are a community that supports one another. So everybody go follow anybody dropping their links in the chats. So
So
tell
you can
us
see
the descriptive factors that discern this from a single gene in your eyes so that we can kind of see it more clearly? Because I see it,
So
but I mean, a lot of people like to see those key pointers.
it's way more darker. The alien heads are much more like compressed, and they're more orange. The back stripe, the neck stripe is dotted like normal, but then the rest of it is really broken up.
Super more, more choppy.
Yeah, but then when I show you what I'm about to show you, then you're going to be able to see the real difference with what the potential of the supers can do.
Okay.
And like this is just a straight super. It's great. It's doing what it needs to do. Me and Justin discussed this at the beginning. We thought that it was going to be a bit more expressive than the normal Bambino stuff, but it wasn't going to be like wow. But
Quick question for you.
again, I
What
could
was
use
the
it.
pairing for that animal?
The pairing for this was the original Bambino male going back to a Bambino pinstripe that was possibly phantom.
Oh, okay. So no chance that there was Enchi in there at all then.
No, no chance of
But I
entry.
was just noticing the super seemed to control the craziness in the alien heads a little bit more. Would you say
Yeah,
so?
that's the super doing it. It's bringing
Yeah,
it all the way down to the bottom and like making it all go over. Yeah,
yeah, keeping it molded together, like you said, compressing it more, kind of keeping it
yeah.
more together.
Kind of like the other one that you showed me the other night. That's why I was impressed with what you showed me the other night. Like it actually keeps it big. Like remember when I was saying that most of them have it like wine glasses going down, but not many more have it being solid and big
Yeah.
all the way down to the belly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this does. But then check this out.
Yeah, a lot of them thin out like that. Even without yellow belly, they still kind of cone down like a tornado, like spout, where they get skinny at the bottom.
And you also have to look at how expressive Bambino is in just the single gene. So to go too terribly much past that without losing pattern or blowing it out would be, you know what I'm saying, it'd be kind of some work.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that it pulled back on the effect instead of doubling it up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
almost kind of framed it in, kind of.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
also differentiates it from other granite genes on the market that give more of a doubling effect when you get the super. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and that orange shine through also. Like the orange hues that's in the single gene, the super's like that much more of an effect of just the natural orange hue to it.
For sure, for sure. I did see someone in the chats asking to see this pinstripe Bambino earlier. I forgot to mention it, so appreciate you in the chat. We got it on screen.
So this is one that I haven't shown yet. So this is a Bambino pin that is coming out to US. This is Jen's animal who's in chat right now, which is absolutely beautiful. It looks kind of monsoonish, really busy. And that's just Bambino pin. There's nothing else on top.
Yeah, that's just crazy. I mean, it's
And then
definitely
that's the super.
that you can get with other combos, but
That's
look
the
at
super
the super.
Bambino pinstripe.
That super just sets it apart. Just the darkness and the contrast. It's just crazy looking comparatively.
It's got every possibility to be in Phantom as well, but there's nothing in the eyes that say that that's Phantom.
I feel the
If it was
Phantom would
Phantom,
bring
you
a
would
lot
have
more
gray eyes.
white in between the pattern on the lower side of the belly scales. You know how Phantom brings a lot of whites in?
And you'd
Yeah,
probably end up with more of a dorsal pattern than what it has.
Yeah, more gold in the dorsal too, I think, with the Phantom comparatively from what we're seeing, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, that thing is real nice.
that thing is just
It's
If something was
dissipated
to be
pinstripe.
called,
Pinstripe's a very overpowering, strong gene, and it's just absolutely dissipated it. All that's left from the pattern is just the color of pinstripe,
What
and
up,
then it's
bro?
darkened.
isn't that true, right? Just like 110%. Like, you couldn't have explained it better. 110%.
I honestly, I'm not a huge fan of most reduced looking snakes, but that one really actually appeals to me a lot just because of the busyness in the dorsal and then the graininess in the sides. It's like if you put xanthic on that with like a cleanup gene, the graininess and the static in that animal would just be insane.
Right? Look at the difference in color. This is what the super's doing. The super has changed the color and the pattern.
Yeah,
Appreciate
it's
And I
lost
that,
the
Whiskey
really
last
don't
little bit
Bombs.
of
think
pattern that
that
was there is gone.
it's got phantom in it.
Bro in the chat, appreciate you. Drop them whiskey bombs. We see Tommy in the building. The whiskey bombs.
So, like, really, this shows that with the Bambino, we put it into the right genes and have the super. Who knows what the super Bambino clown is going to look like? We don't know. Like, we know the super's crazy. We don't know what it's going to do with the other morphs, you know, and that's interesting. That's really exciting.
Connection got a little wobbly there for a sec.
Sorry. Yeah.
There you go.
All right, and we got 15 minutes left. So shall I show you this new
Yeah,
gene?
let's go ahead and let's do this reveal for everybody to the whole entire world.
While I'm grabbing it, I don't know if it's available to you, Josh. Do you want to show something like the Milky or anything like that?
Like the what?
Anything else new that we're working with, Josh?
Oh,
Oh, I don't have anything readily available to me right now.
Okay. So sorry, bro. I should have
No,
asked
you're
you
good, buddy.
first,
You're
you
good.
know? Okay, let me show you this then.
was that like a
These
little
all fresh
sneak
and
peek for
fresh.
the future though? Something called a Milky.
Yeah, he's got this very calico-esque animal that he's working on proving out the lineage and the expression and everything. So the Milky gene, it looks to be just a really, really high expression calico type look. But I've seen some very interesting stuff he's done with it. He made a Milky clown that came through with a straight calico expression on the clown. You know, the
That's
straight high
very
wide
rare.
sides,
Yeah,
blown out alien heads, but on a clown, not just
yeah.
the
You don't get
static
that with
looking
calico or
sides.
sugar.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. That's one thing that was my when he mentioned it. That was my one thing I wanted to see is let me see it with visual clown, and it was I'm talking blown out white scales like the straight calico look that you would expect in a non-visual clown in a clown. So
That's what we.
it's
That's what
another
we.
one of those projects that, like I said, with a lot of these things, people don't understand the amount of work that goes to proving stuff out. You know what I'm saying? So some stuff doesn't work out the way we anticipate, and some stuff does. And that's the Bambino and some of these other genes that have been popping out. Those are times that stuff is proved and stuff has gone right, and it's a transferable gene. It does good things. It looks good in recessives, but there's so many times that it doesn't. You know, maybe
Yeah,
it'll end that it's not even a transferable gene, or then all of a sudden you start throwing with these combos and it's a miss, or it's so subtle you can't even ID it, and it's not even worth working with.
is the super like an IMG? Does it increase melanin as it ages?
I couldn't speak on it when he gets back. Maybe he can answer it. But like I said, unfortunately, I'm not even going for the. I do have a female, a big female that's been breeding, but I'm going for like guaranteed double hets with that. That's het cryptic because I want to plug it. You guys know how I feel about Krypton stuff. So we
Yeah,
saw the clown, and I'm so chomping at the bit. I want to see the Krypton version of Bambino with Hurricane, Blackhead, Chocolate, Spot Nose. So speaking about spot nose, that was another gene that has not been done with it, and I actually a complete heartbreaking moment that we talk about that's just stuff that can happen. Is I
yeah.
had a het clown clutch recently, and I hit a pastel spot nose Bambino het clown, and the baby died in the egg. So if you're curious about seeing that combo, message me. I'll send you the pictures of it. It is a dead baby, keep in mind, but it's phenomenal. I didn't want to hit it with pastel, but pastel aside, spot nose, it worked well, just like I thought it would. And I don't even think the animal that died in the egg was hurricane as well. I don't think it hit hurricane. I think it was just pastel spot nose Bambino, and it came out absolutely nuts. But that's all untreaded like waters, stuff like that. Mills hasn't put it into spot nose yet, but there's so many genes out there that a little bit of time, I'm a little bit more selective. I've got the stuff that I know I like, so that's going to be the first route I go.
Hell yeah. So this here is, go ahead, Mills. What's the name of this new mutation?
New gene.
This is straight Dark Angel
Dark Angel.
peptide.
What up, KG? Appreciate you
Well,
jumping
it's
in.
not peptide,
This is
but
the
like
new
it's
morph reveal,
peptide.
everybody, called the Dark Angel.
And I've worked hard, took step back. I had it in with blackhead before, and I had to separate it. And when I show you the supers, I think you'd be mind blown. But you can see shred off the cuff. This is not a blackhead. This
Yeah.
is something totally different. The blushing, everything else,
Do you
the
have the
way it
You
all
did
super
hit the
looks
Mills with
super?
you?
is different. Yeah, I'm going to show you the super in a second.
Yep,
What
yep,
did
yep.
you
I
say,
was just making
Justin?
sure.
Okay. Yeah, I like how dark it is. I see why you call it the Dark Angel, because it really just has that darkness, but tons of flaming.
Crazy,
And
crazy,
super reduced
crazy.
keyholes all throughout the body.
And the potential, imagine then, the potential with this going back to Bambino, this going back to Milky, this goes like our community hobby, what we love doing, has got a lot of potential with a lot of new stuff that's
Can
going
you
to
hold
be
it
out there.
back a little towards your body so we can see more of it in frame? Yeah, there you go. Because that pattern really, really lends itself well to gosh, they look like boulders, like boulders floating off of the background, and they don't really show the belly line again. They don't really want to connect to the belly. You see that? The belly line kind of
Yeah,
rolls underneath them.
exactly. And then so many people were sitting there and saying, it's just another blacker. It wasn't. So I'm going to show you why it's not
What's up,
got
Leland?
anything to do with blackhead because there was no blackhead in this breeding.
The belly is
And
pure
I'll tell you
white
what the
too,
breeding is in
right?
a second. Yeah, pure white. Pure.
So this is a new mutation. This is the Dark Angel, and we are just going over this world first reveal of the Dark Angel mutation. If you guys are catching this episode right now, make sure you get that replay gang going on and drop a comment when you do.
And there's a load more stuff. I think we're hoping to do another show as well. A load more stuff that I'm going to show you from downstairs, but it's just late. I, I turn everything off. Like right now, it's coming up to 3 a.m. in the UK. So it's late over here. So the room goes off at like 11 o'clock at night. And then everything becomes body. I mean, this girl just nearly bit me in my face, to be honest with you. Well, I was trying to get her.
Yeah, I know it's late for you. We appreciate you spending time with us and staying up late.
No, honestly, I appreciate all the work and effort that goes into what you guys do. Like, I did not have any idea how hard it must be for you guys to do all this stuff, like all the preparation and everything else. I commend you guys and thank you guys so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate every one of you guys that is behind what you guys are doing.
Oh yeah, and shout out to everybody that comes and supports us live on the show and in the replay gang, everybody that watches these replays after the fact. And a huge shout out to our network owners, the Keys family, because they really put in a lot of work behind the scenes to keep these shows running and to bring this content to you all and to create a platform for us to provide this to you. So shout out to them. We appreciate the hard work that goes into all of that, because we know that, managing 16 shows and growing to 20, that's the path that we're on. So definitely shout out to everybody that's working.
Really appreciate you guys hosting Keith and everyone else. Like, it's really nice meeting you today. It's a real honor. So thank you so much for hosting us,
And this isn't a goodbye. So if you're still watching, we got another snake to reveal here.
We got another two.
Weekend Warrior, 2 more snakes.
Look at it. Look at it.
That thing is insane.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
You know what
Look at
it
it.
is.
Look at the dorsal on this thing. Like, never seen anything like it.
That thing is crazy. Can we see the head? No
Yeah.
pastel, or is there pastel?
Pastel on this one, yeah.
There is, but the head is so dark, it's just blushed at the back a little bit.
I
Right
don't
head.
even know. I don't even think this one is super dark angel. I just think this is dark angel, pastel, super leopard.
Oh, wow.
I don't even
No
think this is
phantom,
super
no
dark angel.
blackhead, nothing else in there to make that look that way? That's
Nada,
insane.
brother, nada.
Pastel, dark angel, and what else?
Super leopard.
Super
One
leopard.
more time, Mills. What
Crosshead
was the
pie.
pairing on this?
The pairing on this was dark angel, pastel, pepide to dark angel, pastel, leopard, pepide to dark angel, leopard, crosshead pide.
So
That's
no
But now
leopard or no
2 seasons
blackhead
she
or
hasn't pulled
nothing's
out,
in the pairing.
so she's not pepide.
what
But
does
no blackhead, no nothing else.
what makes you believe that it's the super leopard as opposed to single gene leopard? If you might
The back
be
stripe, and I've got another one with a different back stripe that is pastel also.
okay. So you
Same
do see a
darkness, but
difference
not the
between them.
same back stripe. This is why I experiment. This is why I try and understand and try and break everything down. I can show you the other one if you want. The one that
Def-
doesn't have the same back stripe. Would you like me to show you it?
Definitely. Yes, please.
Sure, sir.
Because then we can get an eye on what you believe the difference is in the super leopard and the single gene. Because a lot of people don't believe that there's much difference in super leopard versus single, but in combinations, it could be a whole different ball game with super leopard. We don't know yet.
Yeah. It's right there.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that other one is way more leopardy, and this one's like that classic single gene leopard look for sure.
No, it's not. Not the head stamp, everything else. No, it's
Got a
not. It's
DG
dark.
vibe
It's
to it as
black.
well. That
It's
thing's
black
clean.
as anything.
Yeah, is that the dark fan or the dark angel cleaning it up like that?
I I think so.
You think? Yeah, I
It's
mean,
still at early
you can
stages.
only
Like,
assume.
yeah. But
I'll help
look
you
at the color
figure out,
difference.
buddy. It's okay.
So much thicker black on each side of the stripe
Oh
between the
man.
stripe and the pattern on the suspected super.
And
Holy,
then there's that.
what the
This
heck,
hasn't shed. I
man?
was hoping that this was shed today.
Wow.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
super.
Oh man. Look at the underside of the tail is even amazing.
So this is what I believe to be a super dark angel, super leopard,
Wow.
Posepide.
Hold it back a little
You see
bit.
the dorsal,
This thing looks like it crawled out
Barely
of the
gets
pits
the
of hell.
glare.
yeah. It's big as it's in shed, but it's all pulled like the same one, like this one is, not like this. And like I've seen plenty of blackhead, dark angel pastel leopards. I've seen plenty of leopard pastels, and they don't look like this.
Yeah.
That's
No, I
got dark
agree. I
angel.
agree totally. After seeing the breakdown, I agree on the super leopard and the other one with how thick the blacks are from the dorsal stripe to the top of the alien heads. It's like super thick. And then the pattern influence is a lot crazier too. You see it there, you see it in the head. I mean, that's amazing. And then the super dark angel, super leopard. I mean, that thing is just incredible. If it wasn't in shed, the thing. I mean, just promise you'll post a picture after it sheds.
Yeah, I've got a clutch that I wasn't sure of. So that's why I pulled back on everything. And there might have been blackhead influence on the other one. There's no chance of having blackhead influence on this.
That's amazing. I like how it breaks off the back of the eye stripe on that one super leopard
This
combo
project
too.
is going to be massive. People that like the dark stuff, this is the way to go dark side.
I'm noticing that underneath the eyes, they seem to have a white bubble that comes up from the pattern. Does that seem to be consistent on the Dark Angel stuff?
This, yeah, but remember, these are the first supers that I've got to make sure I know everything about the gene before I understand like, exactly what's creating this stuff. I don't
Yeah,
think this one's a super dark angel. It may be. That's why this whole head strap and everything else. But these aren't going anywhere because I've got to experiment with it.
yeah,
There's only
yeah.
two
Like,
people in the world, if they like it, that this will be offered to. Because that's how I do it, you know? Justin, who got in with the Bambino, I said to him, anything that you want from my collection afterwards, when I produce stuff, it'll always be available to you. And the person that got into the Dark Angel is Jen. So they're the only two people that will be offered this project in the world. That's it.
amazing opportunity for those two for sure. And I can't wait to see this gain a lot of traction and have a lot of success in production of new combos. And I can't wait to see it hit the market one day because this is definitely something I want to add in my collection.
I really appreciate the kind words and like we'll hook things up. We're gonna deal with the Blackadder stuff that we were talking about the other day. So let's sort that out first.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll go back to our group screen here and we'll just chat it up a little bit. So, Ron, what was your takeaways from this episode, man?
That Dark Angel. I mean,
That
like
thing
that
off, huh?
basically did it for me. Yeah, that reveal, that definitely, it caught my eye. The
Yeah,
darkness.
the contrast on that thing with the color that it allows to pop through. I mean,
Oh
who
god.
what single combo with leopard? I mean, we know leopard pastels are nice, but they don't shine like that. The brightness and the pattern. I really think that that's the Dark Angel cleaning it up.
And once it gets
Yes,
to the
I spent a
U.S., the
long
cool thing
time.
about it is we're one shed test away from you do a full panel and you can eliminate any doubt of it being your blackhead or anything like that. Just shed test it. We'll have full answers. You know what I'm saying? But
Uh,
being in the UK, he has to do it the old-fashioned way. It's not as readily. He can still do some things and stuff like that. He's got shed testing, but it's not as readily available like it here is here in the States.
yeah,
We
there aren't
are
as many
very, very
morphs
lucky.
available.
Yeah. Like I say, even putting Bambino into that. I mean, like pixelated even more. That leopard.
Appreciate you, Santos.
And to be
Even the
honest with you, I'm
hypo
really
version
old
of
school, you
that,
know.
or even something like that. The Xanthic version would be cool. Maybe you'd hit like kind of that
Wow.
Motley Golden Child level of
Man,
black
a black
pics or
snake with just
something.
white hieroglyphics on it would be insane.
And those snakes with that level of dark that they have, they end up with a nice iridescence. You know what I'm saying? Even like the blackheads and the super blackheads do have that same dark iridescence from the really, really dark combos. Uh, you end up with the same iridescence. So you add the right hues to something like that, you could have maybe a really dark rainbowy snake, kind of like, you know, the retic world or something like that. It'd be cool. Dark rainbow snake.
Are you back, Mills?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
All
Sorry,
right.
I just really old school with all the technology stuff. This is why it's wonderful working with Justin and like people that can help me with genetic stuff and everything else. Like where it comes to genetic testing, like really, I'm an old fart, you know.
We're all getting to that age, but you're not that old.
Well, my mustache doesn't give it away.
So, we appreciate you guys coming on and showing off this amazing project and all the work that you guys have put in, you know, explaining in detail the steps that you guys have taken, showing us the details of the differences that these combination stacks are putting together and the foundations that you guys are figuring out, and, you know, the inspiration for the future. I think a lot of us are now excited even more about the Bambino. I see the huge difference with the Super, and that really spoke volumes to me this episode. I didn't expect that. I thought the Super was going to play more into that double stacking effect, and seeing it having a more controlling effect actually really appeals to me more, because I like patterns that give you more manipulative ability, so that way you can work different patterns and different influences into them. So in the single form, it's like you get that wacky craziness, but then you can kind of pull it back a notch and see what that does with the Super, and get that melanism in there also. Oh, that was one quick question I wanted to ask you, Mills. Does the melanin seem to increase as the Supers age?
Yeah, absolutely. That's like it seems though the supers want to be super dark.
Mm,
So I think that, like you saw with the pinstripe, that's just getting darker and darker from when it was
yeah,
green.
that's where they asked that question, so I'm glad I remembered that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, if you guys want to
Was
just
the
drop
show
your
okay for you
socials
guys?
of where they can find you and how they can contact you, starting with you, Mills.
Sure. So I'm Reptile Pit, uh, reptilepit.com. On Facebook, it's Reptile Pit. On Instagram, it's Reptile Pit number one. And then on YouTube, it's Mills Reptile Pit. Um,
And
I
where do
think
you
that's it.
post the most content, or where are you the most available?
Instagram probably and Facebook, like that goes up all the time.
Okay, cool. And how about you, Justin?
It's going to be Facebook, Morph Market, Instagram. You can reach out on any of those platforms. I am most active on Instagram. Like I said, whether you want to just chat snakes, whatever it is. I mean, this is my absolute passion, so I'm down for it anytime.
Hell yeah. And can we get a round of applause for our amazing co-host of the night, Ron at BBM Reptiles? We appreciate you jumping on and joining us.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you.
I mean, like, it's been great to actually see what you guys are throwing out. So I mean, like, it's like breeding for the future, you know, 2.0.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you last minute jumping in here with us, talking snakes, and definitely asking some awesome questions. I always appreciate those questions that I don't always think of, and helping me out with the chats, everything like that too. But everybody give a round of applause for these amazing guests and the morph reveal tonight of the Dark Angel.
Well, guys, it's been an honor.
Thank you,
You
guys.
guys taking
Thank
the
you so
time
much.
out to hang out with us and
Um,
everybody watching it. It's we still got a lot of work to do, of course, but it's been fun, and for you guys to take out the time of your night to spend with us, it means more than everybody knows.
So everybody in the
yeah.
chats, everybody watching this replay, make sure you guys tune in next week for the Hurricane episode next Tuesday at 8 p.m. and join us live. Be the top first 10 in the chat so we can shout you out. We do shout outs throughout the episode and things like that, but we like to show that love to the first top 10 people in the chats when we're going live. And yeah, we appreciate everybody, every one of y'all. And we will catch you guys next week. But catch us tomorrow for balls and things. And yeah, definitely check us out throughout the week. Subscribe to the network. We have a live show every single day. Some days we have multiple. So turn on that notification bell. Hit that like button. Drop those comments in the chats of what more if you want to see featured on the Genetic Canvas next. And we will catch you guys next time.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good one.
Thank
And
you.
hang out and we'll just chat in the back.